Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Catrice, and welcome back to another edition of the Confidence Brew. Every once in a while, someone does something or says something that motivates me to want to have a conversation about what they've done or said, whether it be negative or positive. And in this instance, I was dealing with a person who was at a obnoxious level, self-sabotaging. She has an opportunity to reach a goal, do something that she's always wanted to do, be the better version of herself. And somewhere in there, every time she would get close, she would come up with some obnoxious, off the wall, random reason as to why she couldn't do what was necessary for her so that she could get done what she needed to get done so that she could move forward. And it was so irritating. That's the best word that I have for it. It was so irritating because as the person who is trying to give her guidance, not just me, tons of other people, as we are all trying to help her, guide her, mentor her, motivate her, push her in the right direction, she just kept coming up with stuff and just kept swatting us to the side like, nope, can't do it, won't be there, won't show up, won't call you back, won't email you. And we're like, just do what we're telling you to do so that you can get this thing done so that you can be successful. And it got to the point where she had to redo an entire step. And we're like, you know what? It's cool. Every once in a while, we have to redo things. There is no shame when you are starting something new or learning something new, that if you get through it, if you just don't quite get it, there is no shame in redoing what you need to do so that you actually learn the information. So I'm like, maybe that's where we are. We're in the redo phase. But I kid you not, we get down to 2-3 days before it is time to move to the next step. Would you believe it? She did the same exact thing she did the last time and was about to be in the same exact position she was the last time. And we're like, yo, I don't know if you're going to make it. I don't know if you have what it takes. And I was really trying to go through my brain and figure out something in my box of tricks. And I just settled in on the fact that this is self-sabotage at its finest, where she could come up with every excuse, where the world was falling down, where all these things were happening to her, and she couldn't see her way to the finish line anymore. And even though she had such great guidance from so many people on how to get there, she was like just paralyzed. She wasn't able to move forward. She wasn't able to see through the obstacles. And I just want to remind people when it comes to self-sabotage, all of us, is that learning something new, trying to achieve a goal, these things are hard. If you have not tried to achieve a goal recently, go out on a limb, try something hard, try something new. It humbles you immediately and reminds you that, yeah, I too must start from the bottom. But in that starting from the bottom, you also have to be absolutely self-aware and know when the time comes for you to push through to the next step and not just give up on yourself, because you're worth those goals. When it comes to self-sabotage, I really just think it's all about self-awareness. And I probably will say the word self-awareness a million times in every video I ever record, because I believe so strongly in knowing yourself and what you're good at and what you need to work on. But you have to be self-aware. You have to be willing to reflect. And that reflection, that self-awareness, it comes differently for different people. I find that some people, maybe more introverted people, reflect better maybe alone. Maybe they reflect better writing. I know that was a huge outlet for me when I was growing up. I would journal everything, like all my emotions, because I didn't necessarily want to have that conversation with someone else, because that was not necessarily like my that didn't make me happy. I don't want to have all these sappy feeling conversations. I just want to be able to get my emotions out. So journaling was a good way for me. Some people meditate. But just knowing what it takes for you in order for your brain to process through all the emotions so you can get to the next step. Other extroverted people, they might need to have a support system. And I think that we all need a support system of some sort. But some people are better at talking through the situation. And I just caution you that even if you are better at talking through the conversation, make sure you have the right people in your corner pushing you in the right direction. The people who are doing the things that you want to be doing. Because if you don't, you might get bad advice. You know, the good friend who might come up to you and you're like, oh, I just want some ice cream, but you're on a diet. And they're like, girl, get the ice cream. That is not a good friend. Okay, that is not a good friend. Get someone in your corner who's going to make you the better version of you. And I think that the other thing when it comes to just self-sabotage is, I probably said this last video I made, and I'm going to say it again, but turn off social media. And it's weird because I love social media. I love media. We all do, but you have to be able to turn on and off the switch. You have to be able to understand, all right now I am turning on the switch because I want to be entertained, because I want to enjoy the situation. But as soon as I start feeling less than, I need to turn it off, because in reality, you're perfect as is. You are perfect because you are the seed that was planted, and we are expecting to watch you grow and blossom and to experience the things that you're supposed to experience, to give forth to the world the things that you're supposed to give forth to the world. We're expecting those things from you. No one else can do it but you. But sometimes we get kind of caught up in the things that we see. And I am telling you that life is so much better and so much more peaceful when you just turn off the expectations that the world has for you and just start doing what you want to do for yourself. You don't need social media, you don't need media to tell you what it is you're supposed to be or what it is you're supposed to be doing. You really just need self-awareness, self-reflection, and a good friend. And on that note, if you find yourself self-sabotaging, stop it. It's not worth it. And find the will within to move forward to your dreams, because you're worth it. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.